let's see if we can get to see the nominees and who actually won the game. So the game of the year, and it went to Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
And that was actually one of the few categories I think, it was the right choice. Because for me it was either Sekiro or Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil. Because I haven't played Control, and Death Stranding is definitely not Game of the Year. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I get that it is like the biggest crossover in video game history, but still not a definitive game to describe the achievements of video game industry for this year.
Yep.
And The Outer Worlds, it was a good game, but
way too short.
Game of the Year.
Honestly, since I haven't played that many new video games this year, all the new ones and so forth and so, then I have not heard about The Outer Worlds at all. It's like I just heard it that it released, and then there's been no buzz about it, nothing.
Yeah, because it was only on PC and Xbox One, so...
Yeah.
It came to PS4 too, though.
A bit... Did it?
Yeah.
I don't
They
know.
sell the physical copies at the place I work at.
Okay, no, maybe, but I played it with Game Pass, so...
So I don't know, all of the other games I've heard so much about, good games, blah blah, but Outer Worlds.
I haven't heard much about Control either. I know you fight the fridge in that game. Refrigerator. It's an actual boss fight in the game, but that's it.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
And it's made by Finnish people.
Finnish people.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remedy.
Remedy, the Max Payne studio.
Our neighbors.
Alright, so next one.
So in the action game, the winner is Devil May Cry 5. Again,
very well deserved.
Very well deserved because-
5 was a very good game.
well, that was actually one of the best games entire year for me. I think I
Yeah.
gave it 10 points through and through. Soundtrack and the Devil May Cry 5 has the same thing that I really like. That game has insane amount of style, Killer Instinct has. It's just every moment is just something is happening, flashy colors, music. Everybody is just way too cool. Just every scene where they standing together or talking or dialogue, it's always one-liners after another one-liner. Everybody is overpowered. It's exactly what you want, from the...
I was actually quite surprised that Apex Legends even got to the nominees. It was hype for 2 months and then it completely died out. So.
I'm surprised that Metro is there. It was a very good game, don't get me wrong, but
It felt boring.
I don't know, Metro games are pretty cool. I like Last Light more than Exodus though. I think Exodus was the new level structure was kind of weird. It had only 5 playable areas. They were big though, but they just were walk from one end to the other end and now up to the third end, and congrats, you pretty much cleared this area.
Yeah, I mean Metro Exodus of course as well went to the new route, which is open world games. I don't know, to
It's
be
not
honest.
open world per se. You have levels that are open ended. There was a level in Last Light in the swamp area.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much that. You can walk from here to there. You can just do only the main stuff and go to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, for me, Gears 5 was actually a really, really good game.
I still haven't played that game. I want to play it.
For some reason, people said that Gears 5 is the shittiest game in the whole series. While I was what the fuck did you play? You obviously played a different game, because for me, Gears 5 was a pure blast. Full entertainment from beginning to end. Game was really fast. Cutscenes, story, everything just fast. There wasn't it's getting boring, it's repetitive. Nope, just...
Yeah, as much as I played Gears, then it's always been the same as with Devil May Cry. It's always so flashy, everything's fast, it's action, it's fast. That's why it's actually so much fun, it's entertaining. And yeah, I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That was.
Well, I understand why it's here, but
It's a good game.
I'm one of those people who buys Call of Duty every like 5 years maybe.
Yeah,
But, like,
same now. Yeah. But
yeah, and of course,
Astral
Astral
Chain,
Chain,
was very-
I don't know anything about that
It was
game.
very cool. It was stylish. It had a lot of swag. It was.
It
the
had
soundtrack
Haas.
was really good. The female main character Haas was very nicely done.
There was
also
like a
super
whole
cool.
department of
You
ass
could,
people.
You could do trick shots with like empty cans, like you could throw them in the trash. You could just throw the item. You could like do sick tricks with them, like throw them at a lamppost and then like pass them into the trash container. It was pretty
Uh-huh.
nice. There's actually a whole video on YouTube where they just used like 20 minutes of trick shots with empty cans.
nice.
These are pretty much the same category. I think action adventure games.
They're pretty much the same. Yeah.
What's the difference? Action
not much-
game,
I mean, I
action
guess
adventure game. I'm guessing they needed a category to stuck Death Stranding in because
and Legends of Zelda.
Zelda, of course. Yeah,
and of
the-
course, Zelda's has to be there. It's an adventure game.
yeah, because it's Nintendo, so it has to be here. Art direction, don't give a shit about that category.
Audio design.
Audio design, I mean, this should be Devil May Cry again, but it's not even here. I mean, like, why?
I think Resident Evil 2 had a pretty good sound design.
Well, again, Death Stranding is here for God knows why. I mean, the walking sounds are amazing. just the steps and the steps. I mean,
Yeah.
just amazing.
Just next level step.
Yeah, it's just the
This
next
is
level.
Next gen.
Yeah.
Next gen, new engine and stuff. Walking in speeds you never thought was possible.
This is why Kojima left Konami to make step sounds.
Yeah. What community support?
Community
I'm
support.
honestly very surprised that Apex Legends is even on here and that Fortnite didn't win it.
I'm
Because-
surprised.
Yeah,
now
Fortnite
I'm
is
supporting
quite
them.
supportive. Yeah.
Hmm?
I mean, this is actually a place where I would have put actually Bandai Namco and Tekken. They're like pretty much listening to everything and responding to everything. They just are maybe not the fastest, but
I'm surprised
but they actually
Final
listen.
Fantasy didn't win it because like when Final Fantasy 14 came out, it was like one of the worst games ever made. But like over the years, it has like grown really like a lot.
Who's this?
It gets like a lot of updates, stuff like that, and people play it. It's like the most played MMO on the market right now. So
I mean, it was the same with Destiny, wasn't it? It was pretty much dead at launch. It was a pretty bad game.
I think Destiny's still dead.
It's still a dead game.
None of my friends play it. Like I have a lot of friends online and like on PSN and Xbox and Steam, but I only see like maybe 2 or 3 people play them. And I know a lot of them have played Destiny in the past because we all played like Destiny 1 together, and with Destiny 2 it's just like.
But yeah, I'm quite surprised that Fortnite didn't win this. I'm not going to be
Epic
around the
Games
bush.
did not pay enough money, so Jeff killed you.
Yeah, that might be one of the reasons. But yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised Death Stranding is not on the list, but
because they release updates so fucking quickly. It's insane.
well, they released skins so fucking quickly.
Well, yeah, I mean that
Big
obviously
chuggers.
as well.
Yeah,
Surprised Hideo
content
Kojima is
creator.
not on there for Death Stranding again.
Who?
Hideo Kojima for Death Stranding.
Content creator.
content
I'm
creator.
gonna be honest, I don't know any
Like,
of these people besides Shroud.
I'll be honest, I know 0 people here.
Same.
No, you should know Shroud, right?
Nope,
Did
I
you-
have.
Okay.
I haven't even heard the name.
Okay, so
Where
where
are the women?
Huh?
Where are the women?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Bro,
why
no,
Where are the girls, bro?
No, actually, I might actually agree with this that Shroud. Sure.
Who is Shroud? What
He's
the?
What are frogs?
He streams a lot of
Fortnite.
FPS games. I know he used to be Counter Strike pro player, but now he just streams.
Okay, moving on.
All sorts.
Okay, yeah, that's boring. Okay,
Chuck
Scroll-
Keighley for
scroll.
coaching Hideo Kojima. Game awards for Hideo Kojima.
esports event again.
Nothing
They
You
said
have-
Evo wasn't that good, so I don't know.
Evo is kind of lost its touch.
Yep.
Like the prize pools getting lower and lower.
Tekken World Tour has a huge prize pool. Capcom Cup has a huge prize pool, and then there's Evo.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean,
You get a handshake and a half-eaten Snickers.
They
and it
cups
lost the
and they're
meaning.
like seasons. They're all over the air, so they
Yeah, but
they
it's
should
like
have.
Evo is like still considered to be the most prestigious like fighting event of the
Yep.
year. So like it should be at least a little bit higher for the prizes there. But you know,
I'm actually surprised that
Death
there
Stranding is
is
not on there.
esports game of the year. I'm really surprised that there's no fighting games here.
Yeah, Tekken was rising this year.
Tekken was really popular, and I mean Arslan Ash, all the press and stuff they got from the Pakistani.
I can't remember the news site, but Tekken was actually as at the top one growing esport of the year.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm really surprised it's not here. I mean, sure, it's hard to win, League of Legends or Dota or even CS:GO, but still, I don't know. Who the fuck are these people? I don't know. I have zero idea
Why
what
isn't
these are.
I'm not surprised.
Where's
that-
Tasty Steve?
Huh?
Where's Tasty Steve?
I mean-
Tasty Steve, bro.
Esports player.
Here I'm not playing Tekken.
Why is
Arslan Ash should be here. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, he like single-handedly changed like the scenes, the games,
The meta, everything.
everything
Yeah.
changed. So why isn't he here? Some
And he-
15-year-old Fortnite player is like,
Yep. I mean, sure, it's the biggest esports, but still like depends on what you do as well. Because
What is Fortnite?
what is esports? It's not a real thing. Stop making things up. Esports
no.
team.
esports teams, of course, that's
Nope.
classic. Cheats.
Team Kojima Productions.
Okay, so this is the best Nintendo game category.
Yep. It's
Honestly.
funny, like every one of them is Nintendo.
Yep.
Yeah, because this is really Nintendo category. I mean,
Yeah.
just
They always just make family games, so.
Death Stranding.
where is Death Stranding? So
Where is
here,
Death Stranding?
somebody is not doing their job.
No one has played the game. Like it is about connecting people. with bridges.
Okay.
Okay,
no,
here we go
no,
into the salty
no,
section
No,
of the-
no, no.
I'm
no.
surprised Jump Force didn't win.
So let me ask this question: why is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate even here?
Yeah.
It's not a fighting game. Really, I don't care what people say. It's not really a fighting game. It's party game. It's a family
literally
game.
party game.
Like the last, like if you scroll up here it is standing there.
Yeah, but
Where-
we're in
where
a
it
age
belongs.
where family and fighting is like a synonym. Because, like,
Yeah.
domestic violence is a huge issue. So
Yeah.
like,
Domestic violence is a thing.
No, I'm not surprised that Mortal Kombat didn't win. They didn't even want this game to win this year because it was.
Yeah,
it was
Mortal
not up
Kombat 11 isn't.
It wasn't up to par with any other.
well, I would have like I voted for Samurai Showdown.
Yes,
The Samurai Showdown
Because Samurai
was
Showdown was a very good
Yeah.
game.
Samurai Showdown was game that I voted for.
Yeah, because SNK made like a huge comeback like this year, and like starting with last year actually. Geese and Tekken, having guest characters in like the Arika's Fighting EX layer game. Terry was there. Terry was even put to Smash, and now like Halmaro is coming to Soul Calibur, and KOF 15 is like it was shown at this year's Evo. So SNK is really making a comeback, and Samurai Showdown was like selling out in Japan stores on the first day. So.
Yeah, and
I
then
know,
you
some
have
forces there,
Super
like-
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I mean, it's a popular game. That's what can you say? I mean, and you can't really. I don't know. You can't really categorize it as anything else.
Yeah.
But at
and-
least we know that
but-
Smash
but,
Brothers Ultimate is the final Super Smash Brothers game, so we won't never ever have to see this again.
But the thing is, these things are voted by jury, and these are game journalists, and this is why I also wanted to talk
Oh.
about this here. At the same time when we are talking about why game journalists are bad, and what do you think? What bad players think about Mortal Kombat 11 or Samurai Showdown or even Dead or Alive 6? and then they actually try Super Smash Brothers. So it's quite obvious that they like family game more than these other games. It's just they can't play these games.
Just hit the lab.
Just hit the lab, man.
Bro.
Start labbing.
I am though quite surprised that it didn't win then, because if a jury who can't play fighting games vote for fighting game of the year, MK is just all entertainment. It's meant to entertain people who can't play fighting games.
Yeah, but it's not Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 doesn't
easy
really.
games like Samurai Showdown is very like fundamentally based. Like one counter hit does like half of your health in this game.
Yeah, but it's hard to play.
Yeah.
Samurai Showdown is really hard to
Get
play.
your fucking nukes together, bro.
And the casual is gonna look at that game. He's gonna get hit by anything that does 50%, right?
Just
on
block,
casual.
bro.
Oh no.
And he's gonna think the game is broken. That's
Yeah, it's a shitty game. And then they go to Smash Brothers, and these people literally think that having a lot of characters in the game is a cool thing. They're like, oh my god, I have 70 characters. It's 10 out of 10.
Yep.
But
BOA has a lot of characters too.
It depends on the difficulty of the characters and the depth of the characters. If you have 70 characters and all those characters have like 2 moves, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and then like it's funny that you say it, because like every other character like it's added like the actual fighting characters such as like Ken, Ryu, or Terry Bowler. They have like actual fighting game inputs.
Yep.
Like Terry has like the double part circle forward and stuff like that, which is like super easy for normal people. But Smash players, like immediately when Terry's move list was revealed online, they were like, "This is not okay, bro. Like, I can't do this. This is too complicated for me." Hit the lab.
Hit that. That's it.
yeah,
SNK games are on Nintendo Switch for like KOF 2001 is like $3. Why that shit?
so this is our message. Hit the lab, people.
Hit the lab.
Hit the lab.
This is only thing you need to do. Just hit the lab. Stop complaining and
I
hit
like
the
how
lab.
we didn't talk about Jump Force in this list.
Jump Force, there's nothing to talk about. If you have played the game,
I'm very sad that this game did not win. It was the biggest crossover of the year. It had my favorite video game moments of all time, such as Frieza just floating away from the screen.
yeah, like
amazing
4-second cutscenes that last 4 seconds,
Yep.
and I have to wait for the fucking loadings for
Yeah,
a
you load,
4-second
You load
cutscene.
like 45 seconds, then you just have like Frieza say, "Stop." 45 seconds.
Hey, for real, this is not a joke. If you have played the game, the story, everything, just good luck.
But it's
just
the
good
second
luck.
season. We move.
Yeah, but it has so many like players. I was quite surprised when Bandai Namco sent like some press release, and there was like, oh, we have like 4 million active players or something. Okay, and then I wrote in Jump Force. I was like, why? Why people play in this game?
Bro.
But you can never underestimate the power of casuals.
Fresh
How-
Indie game.
Presented by Subway.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what these games are.
I have actually played only 2 of these games, and that's it.
I played the Goose Game, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's it. Only 2 games for me, for the Outer Wilds and the Disco Elysium is the games that I played.
Estonian game.
Well, it's not really a Estonian game. It's actually a
Estonian
UK game
Shut the fuck
with
up,
Estonian
boomer.
people working there. So
Oh.
yeah, because when it was just a game, then Estonians said, yeah, we don't really want to do anything with those
Yeah.
people. But now when they won several awards, they are all suddenly Estonians. It's like, oh yeah, we are now all Estonians. Well, no.
Estonian.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Yeah,
Game
and
direction.
I kind of agree with this one here actually, because Disco Elysium is really ambitious. Really ambitious. Just the size of the story they created. The complexity of the story tree, how it all can expand. That is quite impressive. But other than that, that's it pretty much. You have one aspect that's just super good, and that's it. But Outer Wilds, I don't know. It's just a great game, but you're not really going to remember it. I mean, like 2-3 weeks past, you're playing other games, you're just forgetting the game, and you only remember, oh, it was good, a good game. That's it. I mean, that's it. The game direction. Oh, special category made for Mr. Kojima.
Hideo Kojima himself.
Kojimbo.
Well, yeah, that's actually fine.
That's
actually fine because he actually made a decent game out of walking simulator, and that kind of takes some kind of talent. I mean, and Outer Wilds again, maybe. I don't know. Games for Impact. I
didn't play any of these.
Well, Life is Strange. I have played Concrete Genie and Life is Strange 2. And Concrete Genie I liked way much more than Life is Strange. Life is Strange is just, well, it's cringy stuff. It's a lot of, the leftish politics, it's like,
I really like the first game, so I don't know.
There's no genders, everybody, blah, 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 blah. The basic shit.
It's the classic.
And the weird messages all the time there. But yeah, the story is cool. I just wish that they would drop the political stuff and just concentrate on the story. This is why I didn't like the second Life is Strange. What the fuck was the name? Before the Storm, I think it was.
Yeah,
this is why I didn't like that one as well. Just they try to push their like weird political stuff there. Why? Just do your story. Have characters, let them do their stuff. You don't need, the politics. You can have just regular drama. Shit happens, deal with it, and build the story. But no, they just need to have these little messages and stuff there, and it's like, yeah, people understand, and just no, don't do it. And Concrete Genie is just a pure game. I actually gave it, I think, like 9 out of 10 or something, and it was just because it was just super well designed game from start to the beginning, really short. But the thing is that nobody really heard of the game. It's like, why and when it just appeared. And of course there was the weird VR part. Okay, another Disco Elysium here.
Katana Zero was very good. I really loved that game. It was like so colorful, the combat, everything was so good in that game. Sad it didn't win. Goose Game also, it was fun, but it was short and doesn't have much replay value. But it was fun.
Well,
I really liked it. Actually, there's only 2 icons on my PC desktop. One is Recycle Bin and the other one is Untitled Goose Game.
And Disco Elysium is actually, again, I understand why they won this category, but we are soon reaching places where I don't really understand. Mobile game, nobody cares. Absolutely
Sky
nobody
was a very
cares.
good game. I got into the closed beta. It was made by the creators of Journey. That was a very awesome game. I loved how it. They actually added stuff there during development and let people test it and actually change stuff based on the feedback. It was very nice. So I'm surprised it didn't win, but Call of Duty, it has to win something, right?
Yeah, it has to win something. Multiplayer game.
Surprised Call of Duty didn't win that.
I'm not really.
But it's Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty, but at the same time, I think Apex Legends was just a game that was multiple times better.
Yeah, but this
And more
Game
popular.
Wars isn't about which is the better game. It's about who gives more money to Jeff Bezos. So I'm like, I'm not surprised Tetris 99 didn't win this because that's an independent game. Division 2, I bought the game. I beat the story, I think. I don't know when the story ends in that game. I did like missions and I got like a long ass cutscene and I guess it ended.
Yeah, that's the problem. With
That game was
the Division.
mad ass. The first game was way better. especially like when I got into the first game, it was at the end of its life cycle. All the DLCs had been released, and they were just pushing out the free content updates. But the second game is boring. Like the Washington setting is boring. The first game's New York with its snow and like the snowstorms effect, nice. Very perfect. Now it's just like Washington, but green.
Actually, what do you think about Borderlands?
Because
I know you're a big Borderlands fan. I'm not. I've never liked that game, but you know.
Borderlands is very nice. I really loved it, but the best multiplayer game? I don't know. I played multiplayer like only for the post-game stuff, like the raids that was added. So you know, most of the time I play solo. But you know, I don't think Borderlands is a game that like is specifically for multiplayer. I know it's like recommended to play multiplayer and stuff like that because you have 4 Vault Hunters, you have exactly 4 player spaces, stuff like that. But I think it's also like very enjoyable solo because that's why there's single player in that game.
I'm actually quite surprised that I mean I don't even know how they pick the nominees for the sections and stuff, but I'm surprised that none of the esports games are on here on this list.
Because there are no new esports games.
Or
I mean, yeah, but
fighting games.
Yeah.
Why there are no fighting games which are built for multiplayer?
That as well, yeah. But I mean, the fighting games this year weren't that good, so I don't know. I'm not surprised.
MK11.
No, it was no.
Super Smash Brothers.
Being a huge, yeah. Why isn't Smash here? I'm actually really surprised that it isn't here.
Well.
Narrative.
I would have voted for. I voted actually for Plague Tale: Innocence because that game.
Same.
So good.
Same here.
One of the best games this year, definitely.
Like when talking about narrative, I would definitely give my vote to Plague, and then Death Stranding, then Outer Wilds.
Worlds, 2 different games.
And then Disco Elysium. I mean, the writing is really good, but that's not the point of Disco Elysium. It's not. You're not going to play the game and finish it. It's like, oh my god, the story was so amazing. It's like, oh my god, the characters were so amazing. You have like other parts of the writing. While if you finish A Plague of Tale, you know, say A Plague Tale in Innocence, then it's like, holy shit. I mean, that's how you create the story in a video game. And even in Death Stranding is actually only story. The gameplay is just a quick pace, just to, we have a video game. While it actually should have been just a short video, I don't know, or even a short TV series for Netflix. I mean, just
that would actually be interesting.
Just 10 episodes, whatever, 1 season, 2 seasons, whatever. Then it's pretty fine, but again, you know, and the Outer Wilds story is really good, but it's just short. Weird enough, it's just like cuts in half, like I don't know, DLCs, yes, DLCs. But I don't really agree that Disco Elysium should win this. But again, people who vote for these are like hipsters, so they're like, oh yeah, we understood everything. And these are the same people who will never.
That was so deep, bro.
These people never will admit to you that they don't understand art.
That's the classic.
Yeah, they never admit it, and they just write nonsense. You know, I actually tried reading some Death Stranding reviews, and instead of saying that this game is boring with a great story, they just. Oh, there's a new meaning in walking, blah blah blah. Whatever pointless shit.
There's a new meaning in walking.
Just like
Death Stranding.
like redefining walking simulations. Blah blah blah.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, some other pointless step. Instead of saying it's a great story, it's not really long game. You're getting, you know, beautiful visuals, great audio. Great story, but gameplay is fucking boring. It's just boring. And you have to wait for chapter 3, then you can maybe use a gun. Oh my god.
Well, it was the same thing with the Order game, which I really liked, but it was again it was basically it was more a movie than a video game, but it was good.
I just skip past Fortnite.
I'm not surprised at all. But I'm surprised with the nominees because Destiny 2 is dead. So what the fuck?
But now we have performance. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Merry Christmas.
His performance as Cliff was really natural, and again,
It
I'm
was
thinking
just Mads Mikkelsen but with a different name.
it just should have been a TV series.
Yep.
Just give this man a TV series, and he can show you stuff. And other, I don't really even remember his like her part. She's not really that, I don't know, dominant. I don't know.
No, sorry. No.
Role-playing game.
Okay.
Now, what the fuck is this shit?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Goose is really mad out here that Monster Hunter World didn't win.
Yeah, because Monster Hunter World won last year. So why didn't Iceborne win this year?
Because
I guess
it's not hipster enough.
Bro, shut up. I'm
gonna be
actually
honest,
happy that Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't win because that game was mad ass.
So, what they are trying to say is that Disco Elysium is better role-playing game than Final Fantasy XIV, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, The Outer Worlds, and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, it's hard. It's not hard to be better than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, that's true. But even that's
very
hard.
enthusiastic. That's true.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 was kind of lacking, bro.
Well, Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is just fun and it doesn't make sense. It has never made
Yeah,
sense.
it was fun when I was 12, but now I look back and I'm like, what is this Disney bullshit?
Honestly, I haven't heard a single bad word about that game. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, so I can't really tell. But
Bro, you're in the wrong circles.
huh?
I constantly say that Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of mid.
I've only heard that the game is like awesome and great and
It's
amazing.
Kingdom Hearts 3 mid.
Well. We can move on. I guess.
Score and music, okay, fine. The music was great, but
Surprised that Devil May Cry 5 didn't win it because Devil May Cry 5 actually had an original soundtrack.
Yeah,
Whereas Death
and-
Stranding had like a
Yeah.
famous Spotify playlist.
yeah, and that's what I actually hate about the Disco Elysium as well. They didn't have original soundtrack; they just used other people's work.
Licensed music.
And also they had this weird, like they only recorded some voice acting. Like
Yeah, I
most of
also
the
hate
times it was just text, and suddenly they just say like a sentence or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like,
It's
wow.
like a pretty common thing in like Japanese games where like in the visual novels where some lines are said and some aren't. But seeing that stuff in like the Western games is very weird. But
That is
even in
okay.
Japanese games, it's like, bro.
I mean,
That honestly just sounds like lazy work.
well, they didn't have money, but
Oh, money, of course.
they should have just forget all other characters and just fully do the main character.
Yeah.
Just the main characters, everything is read in, and all other characters are sounds like meh, like they usually do in these kind of type of games, and that's it. But yeah, Devil May Cry should have won here,
Yeah,
easy.
definitely.
That soundtrack is just. It's like Doom being here and not winning. It's like, how is that possible?
No one could ever imagine that. Doom being in a
So
school.
next year, Doom Eternal already has won.
Yep.
So
It's yeah.
Mike Gordon cannot push this shit.
Yep.
Me.
Okay. What the fuck is this shit on the screen right now?
What?
Best sport racing game is fucking Crash Bandicoot game.
Well, it's a family game.
But it's not a sport or racing game.
I mean, it is racy.
Crash Team. Read it out loud. What does it say? Crash Team.
Racing Nitro Fuel. That means
Racing.
it's a racing game.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
It's a
I've never
racing
played it. I
game,
don't
bro.
know idea, but
Stop
Yeah.
being racist.
So Crash Bandicoot is a better racing game than Dirt Rally.
Okay, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
sure it is. Better racing game than Formula 1 2019. Okay.
Bro, you mad? You mad?
So, and it's a better sports game than FIFA.
Okay, that
Well,
was.
that's
Come on now,
bro.
Don't go that far.
Mortal Kombat is better sports game than FIFA.
Okay, Bulber.
The greatest sports game ever made.
Yeah, sports.
I'd rather play like what is the cricket game every year than Mortal Kombat.
Strategy game. Honestly, I don't know about strategy games.
I
all
played
now.
Fire Emblem. I liked it. Very good game. Tropico is the same as every time. Total War 3 Kingdoms. I didn't play that, although I wanted to play it. I'm surprised Anno 1800 actually came out. I didn't hear anything about the game. Like I know it was revealed, then it was delayed, and that was it. Surprised it came out. And what was the first game? Age of Wonders. Something.
Age of Wonders, yeah. I'm surprised that didn't win.
I haven't heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. That's why I'm so disappointed nowadays. That there's so few RTS games now.
Age of Wonders is actually Breed's favorite game this year.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Yeah,
Well, Age of Wonders was the RTS game.
RTS, pure RTS.
Pure RTS.
Like the old school RTS,
Yes.
but with like new visuals, sound, and it has insane amount of menus. Like I watched how Breed played like missions, like 4-hour missions, and it's just a huge ass game. And
Didn't the Warcraft 3 remastered already come out?
No.
Because no, it didn't.
No.
Huh?
World of Warcraft Classic came out. But
Oh yeah.
okay,
I have no idea. But yeah, Beat Saber obviously.
well, Beat Saber came out last year, so I'm kind of surprised it's here. It's like they had few updates. They had PS VR version again came out last year. But then again, Blood and Truth wasn't really that good.
No Man's
Sky, I kind of understand why it's here. Now it's really good.
Now it's
But
an
the
actual
VR,
game.
but the VR part isn't really that big, or maybe they have changed again because that game changes so fast now.
yeah, it actually gets updates nowadays rather than like the
And the
first
Trooper
year.
Saves the Universe should
I don't
should just be a Rick and Morty spin-off. I mean, the game wasn't really that good, but it's just, you know, from the creators of Rick and Morty. It's like that was their only point. And be social. Geoff Keighley, Mr. Geoff Keighley. Yeah, the Game Awards.
I mean, this year's game was pretty.
Like there was like the weird ones, like Smash being like the best fighting game. This one
I
here.
mean, I'm not surprised.
You know, like yeah, but it's popularity contest, so you have to always figure.
You have to make a popular game, and then it doesn't matter what.
But it's so easy to be popular on Nintendo Switch. They hardly have any real games. So when they get the real game, it's like, oh my god, it's the best ever. Okay, anyway, let's shut this thing out.